Well, what's going on, guys? I've got Vienta out here. I've been hunting for 2 weeks, so we're kind of getting back in the swing of things. But this is going to be Vienta's first time side passing under saddle. So I thought I'd film it, make kind of a little video for you guys. Hopefully, it's beneficial. Um, Josh is hanging out behind the camera. He's just hanging out today, not mic'd up or anything, but he's gracing us with his presence. Um, but yeah, case in point, she has done a little bit of side passing work on the ground um, on this post twice now, and she's doing really good with it. I give them really long breaks in between working young horses. I am really slow with young horses, but I just really like approaching things like that. I try and have pretty much zero errors and bad experiences. And I find that just taking my time as slow as I feel we need to, um, helps us avoid any unnecessary mistakes. And in the long run, helps these horses come along quite a bit faster. So she hasn't been rode maybe 3 weeks since that day working video that I put out. So however long ago that was, 3 weeks, maybe a month, something like that. But yesterday I did a little bit of groundwork with her, put her on this post, and I've seen a lot of guys use this. This is not my idea, but it is a great aid for anybody teaching young horses side passing. I've done it for years, but this isn't the only way I will do it. I'll also walk them in circles and push them in and out of the circle. Um, but this is kind of 101 how I first start side passing on a young horse. And basically the principle is I'm going to put this horse on this post, and when they get to one end of the post, laterally they get to stop. So when their legs are off the post. So they figure it out pretty quick. And like I said, this is going to be real time. Her first experience doing this, first time side passing this post, and see how she does. But again, this is Vienta. She's somewhere in the 20 ride range, probably 27, something like that. I don't know. I'd have to check. But and first time riding in probably 3 weeks. So we'll see how she does, and I'll kind of talk you guys through um, what I'm doing here. So I'm going to walk her forward, and we'll get on this post. Okay, so if she wants to be right there, I'm going to push this hip over, square up. Okay. I'm going to back her up and try and center her again. And again, this is her first time doing this. We're going to let her stand here. Obviously not square, but we're going to address this in a moment. So she has never felt my leg. We're going to side pass to the left first. So I'm going to put my right leg on where it hangs. I'm going to shift to my right seat bone, look to the left, and correct any incorrect movement. So if she drags her chest, I'll put the chest over. Drags the hip, I'll push the hip over. This is the first time she's felt the signal with my leg for straight lateral movement, which means I'm just putting my right calf on. So see if it means something to her here. Nope. And all I'm doing is I'm releasing at every correct step. I'll put her back on here. She's just trying to figure it out is all. Good. I'm not kicking, I'm not spurring. All I'm doing is creating energy when she's not moving. You can hear my vocal cue. Nope. Good. Nope, wrong way. So she's trying to figure it out here. Hey, Josh, will you do me a favor? Will you square this post back up for me if you would with the camera? That should be good about there. Thank you. So like I said, guys, this is real time here. So here's what I'm going to do. If she wants to go right, I'm going to let her go right and teach her that left leg for right now, right? She's telling me she's thinking right, so I'm going to use that, okay? Left leg on. Okay, we're going to take that for now, right? Doesn't need to be perfect. She got off the post. She's standing now. No pressure. No questions for her. It's really important when you guys are teaching this, really anything with a young horse. You take the time to just kind of let them be. The more you try and rush it and get perfect movement, the less it's going to become perfect and the more fight you're going to cause in a horse. Well, we'll go to the right again. I'm going to push the hip over here. Oh, there you go. We'll give that to her. So she's a little crooked and she's coming off that post. It's important she finds relaxation at the end of the post, right? So I'm making sure the second she starts to come off there, my core is dying, right? I have no energy in my core. I'm dropping my reins. Oh, I'm going to try and go to the left now here. That was excellent. So the reason the post is a handy aid is because a horse doesn't like stepping on things, right? They don't want to step on a post that rolls forward, rolls back, all that crap. It's not something that you necessarily need, but it makes your life a little bit easier. You can tell this horse has never felt any type of lateral signal, ever. So for her to be able to associate my leg to side passing just by using this post, very, very handy. Oh, excuse me. We're going to give her a little bit of grace because she's had 3 weeks off, right? Oh. She likes kicking that hip out. I'm going to push this hip over. Good. Then we're going to side pass to the right. Plenty good. She keeps drifting this hip out a little bit more than the chest. It's okay for right now. Depending if we do this a few more times, I may correct it slightly, but I want to be clear for this first experience that all she needs to do is laterally move off this post. Not too bad for 3 weeks off. Put your head up, please. Forward, forward, forward. Forward. Okay. Oh. Okay. Push the hip over to the left. Nope. Okay. Nope. Hip to the left. Good. Back up. Good. Chest over to the right. So I don't like her not getting square. Hip to the left. Good. Square. Oh, I didn't ask for side pass yet. I'm going to back her off here. Hip to the left. Thank you. Forward. Forward. Thank you. Oh. So the anticipating, right? She's anticipating side passing right now. Not the biggest deal. Let her just stand here, and then I'm going to side pass to the right. Okay. Good. Very, very nice. So that was pretty good. She's bumping into my hands a little bit, which is all right. That's probably just the time off. That was really good. Like I was saying, guys, if you just kind of take your time with this stuff, I mean, the goal is to be able to just put your leg on, pick up your reins evenly, and then be willing to run sideways whenever you're asking. And that'll come. But you got to get through stuff like this, because if you have to babysit them all the time, right, pulling their head, trying to push the hip over, right, holding them back, that's not what you want to do. I want to be able to barely pick up my rein to signal movement and put my leg on and they go. And she'll get there. So I'm going to get a little gutsy here. Now I'm going to ask side passing from the opposite side of the log here, so the whole post. So back up. That was very nice. Right? She did the first half really good and then fell apart a little bit on the second half. But first time doing it, awesome. I didn't do anything before we filmed this, didn't warm her up. I just disengaged the hip bolt directions and that was it. I'm going to soften her up here backwards, because she knows when I shift my seat bones back, there, she needs to back up. And again. There. And again. There. That's as she should be. But 3 weeks off, young horse. Not going to worry about it too much. Good, we'll let her stand here. Look at her ears back on me. Okay. To the right. Absolutely excellent. That was very, very straight for her movement. May have not been totally square with the post, but her legs were moving in sync better, right? She wasn't kicking out her butt. She wasn't dragging her chest. She gave us straight lateral movement the best she can right now. So um, that is absolutely beautiful as far as I'm concerned. Not too bad for a horse not being rode for 3 weeks and having 20 some rides on him. You silly. You push that hip over for me, please. Thank you. But case in point, guys, hopefully I'm still in frame here. But case in point, guys, that's kind of the beginnings of how I would teach side passing. This is real time, obviously. I didn't warm her up or do this a million times before I got the camera out. This is her first time absolutely doing this ever under saddle. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's kind of the goal as far as I'm concerned for the first time. If they I'm sorry, if you do your homework, put them on the post a few times, make sure they're soft, attentive, thinking, right, not just reacting. You don't want to start doing stuff with a horse that's not ready to learn, right? So make sure that your young horse is in a mindset and you've spent a lot of time making sure that forward please, making sure that they don't expect any type of pain or punishment when you're working with them, right? If you are riding a horse and they got a lot of brace in them or a lot of worry or tension, you kind of need to go back to the drawing board. Oh, excuse me, sweetheart. Forward, please. Oh. But yeah, you need to go back to the drawing board if they've got a lot of worry. You're never going to have a good student if they have a lot of anxiety, tension, and so on. So, but yeah, that's side passing, guys. That's lateral work. Again, this horse has had several weeks off. She's quite a bit sharper usually, but today, kind of easing back into things. I thought this would be nice. Nothing too intense. We're not asking for speed in any type of maneuvers, so kind of a good way to start back into schooling. But that's side passing. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. We'll get back to you. As always, if you don't subscribe to our channel, click subscribe. We really appreciate it. Click like. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.